I'm Matt.
I'm Shane.
And if you like what you hear, make sure you hit that thumbs up button real hard, and make sure you subscribe to Comic Movie Marks.
And also click that little bell for all of the notifications.
Whee!
Always remember,
If Trailer Trash can do it,
anyone can do it.
hello and welcome everyone to another Comic Movie Marks video.
Yes, it is time for Infinity War, and this is our spoiler edition. If you have not seen the film, please make sure to check out our non-spoiler one that we just recorded. It's pretty entertaining. And once again, I think we do a pretty good job at our non-spoiler reviews.
Depending on how I edit it, yes.
Yeah, exactly.
We're recording this fairly late. You've probably already seen the movie. This shows how much we really give a shit about MCU, but hey, better late than never, right?
Exactly. Here we are, and we do.
Since Shane talked so much shit during the non-spoiler one and basically pissed all over the non-spoiler one, I'll piss all over this one.
Yes. Even if you have seen it, go back and check out the non-spoiler one just for the beginning, because it's pretty funny. It's a little bit of our discussion before we started recording, and it made me laugh. It's good stuff. But as Matt said, we are here finally recording this, and we do care about it, and we do have some people who are like, oh, I can't wait to hear your guys' perspective of this film. So here we are. We're ready. We're recording now.
We are here, and we are ready to record this delicious movie. It made me hungry afterwards. I had to go get McDonald's.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Because Grimace was making me hungry.
Grimace, yeah. That was great. I guess we will start with the all-important statistics that everyone cares about.
Statistics.
Yeah, statistics. So if you haven't heard, Infinity War in the box office is crushing it, and which is to be expected. Anything less than this, I would have been shocked. It's been 10 years in the making. So domestically, 305 million. This is as of May 1st. Foreign, 502 million, for a worldwide total of $808 million.
Jesus, jumping Christ.
Yeah. The opening weekend crushed records. It beat The Force Awakens, $257 million domestically. Crazy, crazy stuff. So it's killing it.
Cray. I'm 50-50 on whether or not I want to say the MCU has earned it. They've definitely put out 18 movies in 10 years, which is an incredible feat in itself.
Absolutely.
Majority of them mediocre as hell. Some of them really goddamn shitty. But in the end of the day, they did build up to this, and this is what everybody's bitching about. You got to build up to the big movie. You got to build up to it, or else it's just not going to work. This is how you have to do it, and this is what they did. and now they made over $800+ million in less than 4 days,
and counting. I mean, it's going to crush everything, and yeah, as you said, well deserved. I
didn't say well deserved. Don't put words in my mouth. I said somewhat deserved.
Oh, I thought you said, all right, whatever. You fucking said deserved, ass. All right.
You went full retard, man. Never go full retard.
All right, so moving on to the Rotten Tomatoes score, 84%. It's kind of surprising for the critics.
Jesus Christ, you fucking homos. Can you just seriously not take anything serious? Is that just what it is? That the movie
it must be, yeah.
Can't be fucking serious for a goddamn moment. They just do not like parters.
Audience score, though, as we've always talked about, 92%. So obviously a little bit different, not drastically like some of the other ones, but a little bit different than the critics.
IMDb a 9 out of 10.
A 9 out of 10, boom.
Which is probably the highest IMDb I've ever seen.
Yeah, no kidding. And they're fairly realistic, I would say. I think even though IMDb is more of the fan source, they're closer to the fan percentage on Rotten Tomatoes usually, and a little bit more realistic. I wouldn't say always close to my perspective, but I could go, oh, okay, yeah, I could see that, instead of like some of the shit we've seen on Rotten Tomatoes. But check out our Rotten Tomatoes videos for those.
So I guess we'll just pop into the positives. I'm pretty sure there's going to be unanimous positives here, but go ahead, Shane.
All right, so I guess I'll start with the obvious one. Thanos, fantastic fucking character. Josh Brolin did such a great job, and there's everything that was built around Thanos and his character. The dialogue and the theme, the score are not big for MCUs. There have been rare circumstances where I can go, oh yeah, the score's been awesome, or the dialogue in that movie has been great. But almost everything that Thanos says has weight to it, feels awesome when he says it. And then I like how they had different themes for him. They had the little violin and then the heavy drums that not fully reminds you of Hans Zimmer, but it kind of has a little bit of that feeling, and it feels epic. It feels like it fucking should. And then just having, you know, a little bit of his backstory in there. And I actually enjoyed the more relatable side to him. I wasn't sure. I had heard a little bit of kind of his motives in this movie, and I wasn't sure if I was going to like it or not, but I enjoyed that.
Yeah, I was actually really surprised when I saw this, because I kept hearing little rumblings that hey, this is the Thanos movie, and I was a little worried because I remember a while back they announced a prequel comic or a prequel story. It was going to be based off of Thanos' backstory, and I'm like, oh, are you serious? They're pushing Thanos' backstory to a book. And I mean, I don't mind that, but at the same time, I was like, okay, so they're going to do the same old MCU shit where the villain is just such a fucking afterthought and focus completely on the heroes, and yada tada, we got our same old Marvel formula. But it turns out, whatever the hell that book is even about with the backstory, they still went into some major depth about this character, about Thanos himself, and apparently there's still 10 to 15 minutes more that was left out of the director's cut, that and it encompasses even more of Thanos. It's insane. So this may be the one time we actually get a MCU director's cut when it comes to Infinity War. We may actually have lost footage. And if you actually look at the lost footage, there's a lot that was in the trailers that was not in this movie. They had so much footage that they could just play around with certain things. Like, how much do they really have? Like, I would love to know, and how much could be incorporated in Avengers 4, the Untitled Avengers. They probably have so much shit that they did, and it's kind of surprising that they were able to kind of throw this together for the most part and make the Thanos story work so fucking well. When he shows up on Earth to wreck everybody, to get the last stone, the Mind Stone from Vision, the music that hits there, top notch, top fucking notch, 10 out of 10. It's impactful. It made my legs start kicking. I was going with it, and you felt it. You felt it like no other. It was fantastic stuff to see him come in there and just start wrecking fools like he should.
It was actually nice to see a sound or a score behind a character and have it feel so epic. I looked it up. It's Alan Silvestri, who was the composer for this, and he's done things similar. He's done Captain America, the first Avenger. He did Winter Soldier, actually. He's done The Predator back in 1987. He's sprinkled some other ones in here that were kind of weird, like Forrest Gump and Polar Express.
What the fuck?
But, yeah, but he did Ready Player One just recently. He's done quite a bit. He did the A-Team. He did some G.I. Joe stuff, Van Helsing, but just a fantastic job. And it's so nice to see a score just stand out in the MCU. It's one of the things that I love about certain films, and in particular the DC universe, aside from Justice League, we'll keep that out, I think does a great job with it. And it was great to see in so many different aspects. Like I said, the violin, the drums, the way that they incorporate it differently, it really brings the emotion out of you. So I thought it was fantastic.
To stay with the positives, I think the most part, the CGI, especially the CGI characters, looked pretty solid. The CGI environments, when something big was happening, I thought looked really well. Like when the ship crashes on Titan, when Thanos like pulls chunks of the moon and throws it at him, I thought that looked really well. I thought a lot of it looked good. There is this bad green screen that does seem to plague a lot of MCU movies, or I can at least notice it a lot more in MCU movies.
Me too.
And Shane's kind of pointed this out to me, and now because of that damn thing he pointed out, I notice it a lot more now. But you get kind of like this floating head syndrome when they're kind of like CGIing / green screening stuff onto people. Like Mark Ruffalo's head in the Hulkbuster just looked ridiculous. It was just floating all over the place. It looked terrible. In the beginning of the movie, when Thor gets tangled up in like the steel beams and shit, and he's got the thing around his mouth, those things look terrible, and his head's just kind of floating there.
Yeah.
there is also some epic CGI as well that just really looks good. Thanos looks great. He moves well for the most part.
Absolutely.
His facial features reminds you a lot of those Planet of the Apes movies.
Yeah.
Which is always good. I even thought some of the children of Thanos I thought looked really good as well, and I thought their facial features moved pretty well.
Absolutely. On the children of Thanos, Ebony Maw. Holy fuck.
See, I loved him when I first saw this. I loved him, and I was like, this guy's pretty sweet. And then they Darth Maul him. They just fucking shoot him out the poop chute, out the fucking ship. I thought he was going to come back to life somehow, like he had some psychic barrier up to keep him breathing or something. I thought for sure he was going to come back somehow. No, he's dead. He's fucking dead.
That was it. That was the end of it. He just freezes. Yeah.
He was one of the best ones, and they killed him first.
Yeah, that they nerfed the shit out of him. He was fantastic. He actually had some really good dialogue as well.
Oh, he had fantastic dialogue.
His mannerisms and and I agree. The CGI for them and Thanos in particular, I like the way that his body moved. When he was fighting and stuff like that, I didn't feel that it was awkward and you could tell, this is a CGI character. I actually felt like, this is a person in this universe. And a lot of along the lines of the CGI, I usually feel like you could tell when in a lot of MCU movies that it feels like they're in a studio. But not even just MCU. There's a lot of films recently that you feel like, you can kind of tell they're in a studio. And this one, largely, with the exception, largely you can feel the scale of like Wakanda, of Titan, as Matt said, of like some of the different areas. It doesn't feel like it's in a studio. It actually feels like they are wherever they're supposed to be.
Another somewhat positive is the jokes, for the most part, the humor, I think does work for the most part. The Guardians of the Galaxy being introduced into this Avengers universe is a tad bit overwhelming at first, because when the Guardians of the Galaxy run into Thor, it's kind of funny, but then also just gets over the top at some points and then comes back a little bit. It's waving in degree of, again, comedy is subjective, and what you find funny, maybe not, I may not find funny, but for the most part, it holds well. And sometimes it doesn't. The most cringiest part, though, is when Tony and Doctor Strange meet for the first time in the Sanctum. And they're having this banter back and forth with Banner and Wong. And it's terrible. The quips going back and forth, the just jokes, they're completely awful. Like, you're leaning on the cauldron of life or something like that as he's stretching for some fucking reason, and then he gets whacked, and then he calls him a douchebag. I'm like, okay, woo. And then Banner is confused by what's going on. He's like, are we broken up? Are we like the Beatles? And that's just, it is bad. It is really cringeworthy shit. And it sucks it's kind of early on in the movie, so it really kind of makes you feel like, this is where this is going. This is really where it's going. But it eventually does kind of fit better later on. When the Guardians get introduced and a little bit afterwards, it definitely works. Ish.
I actually, one of the things that I liked was how well it transitioned from each area. And I didn't mind the Guardians of the Galaxy so much because that's almost what you would expect. The music in the background changes to where it feels like, here's a Guardians of the Galaxy movie.
Right.
And so I thought they did a good job with that. I didn't like die laughing at really any of the parts, but one of the things that I did notice is that I didn't feel, other than, I absolutely agree, the Tony Stark and Doctor Strange part, and then there was a lot of things that they were doing with the Hulk that really pissed me off. That were like eye rolling, but I'll get to that when we get to the negatives.
Yeah.
I don't feel like it was one of those that really took me out of the moment. Like it was, I just kind of almost ignored some of the clips and stuff that, through the fights, and I'm like, okay, whatever. And it wasn't like Civil War for me continually was taking me out of the moment where I'm like, I'm supposed to be feeling this fight and I don't. And in this case, I was actually still in the moment, still feeling the weight of the fight and everything that was going on. And if a quip was thrown out here or there, it was okay. It wasn't eye rolling. It didn't bug me. It didn't annoy me. It was just kind of like, okay, whatever, just keep moving on. And then, it didn't take me out of the moment. So very well done. If that was intentional or not, I think it benefited them, and it worked for me.
Another slight positive, Doctor Strange was actually a standout character. It's kind of crazy how cool your character can be when you don't have him throwing a million jokes per second and actually taking a fight serious for once, instead of having his cape flicker at his nose and all the other shit that he did in his movie. But when he's actually on his shit and goes for the fight, he actually can look pretty cool. When he's going toe to toe with Thanos there, that's pretty fucking sweet. There's some things that make me question, like, why didn't he do this, and this? But it's still kind of, it's a little annoying, and it really gets on your nerves a little bit when you're like, why the fuck don't you use that glass or mirror realm from the fucking your movie and shit? Put him in that thing. Leave his ass there. you exit and leave his ass in there. He can't destroy anything in there. He can't affect anything in there. Like, it's so many things that kind of happen with Doctor Strange. He has his potential to do stuff, but he doesn't use it. But overall, it's still cool to see him go all out, and he actually had some moments, and I thought that was pretty sweet.
Yeah, Matt and I said right after the movie ended, or shortly after the movie ended, when we're like waiting through the credits, we were talking about some of the characters, and we both unanimously said that's exactly how Doctor Strange should have been in his movie. You can have a little bit of quips here and there, but he should have been a badass, and we didn't get that feeling leaving this Doctor Strange movie. But in this, I was like, holy shit, all right, yeah, Doctor Strange, he has the potential to be a badass character. So I wouldn't mind seeing a Doctor Strange 2 if it's done well. No, you're just giving up?
No, I do not want to see a Doctor Strange. Maybe a team up or something. Maybe have him team up with the Guardians of the Galaxy. I don't know.
Yeah, fair enough. Some of the other characters that I liked some of what Thor did. Not all of it. I loved his when he gets the axe,
Stormbreaker,
and yeah, thank you. He so badass. Like some of the shots and the shit that he was doing, I was like, holy shit, that's awesome. Like I thought he was really cool. I enjoyed Spider-Man with the little bit that he had. I thought was pretty cool. And the Iron Spider, people were bitching about it. I thought it was awesome. I enjoyed that, and I liked how he utilized it in his environment. I thought that was pretty cool.
I don't know why, but the standout character for me when it came to humor anyway was Drax. And I'm glad Drax is back to a more serious, funny guy like the first one, and not like a belly laugher prankster like he was in Guardians of the Galaxy 2. This, he was a little bit more stoic. And when they're like fighting with Tony Stark and Spider-Man, and it's like, who is Gamora? And where is Gamora? I got one better for you. Why is Gamora? And then when he's fighting with the cloak of levitation, curse you, blanket of death, or some shit like that as he's trying to pull it off his face. It was fucking hilarious. I don't know why, but it made me laugh pretty fucking hard. And the fact that he was yawning while Tony Stark was talking is kind of what I was doing, so I thought it was pretty fucking sweet.
Yeah, no shit.
So the Drax character, I love that he's back to that, and hopefully they stick to that, and not that belly laugher prankster version that he was in the Guardians of the Galaxy 2. All right, so we kind of intermingled back in there between positive and negative, but now it's straight up the shit. Here we go. We're going to talk about all the shits that was taken in this movie. Like I said in our non-spoiler, I felt this movie was a Thanos movie. The writers and the Russo brothers had this great idea for a Thanos movie, and they're like, all right, now we got to intersect the Avengers in. And they felt so shoehorned sometimes into this movie. Just a lot of them didn't even fit. A lot of them just did not fit. And a lot of them lost potential to be on screen. And I understand. It's like, I think I heard it was like 60 plus characters that they were trying to juggle around into this. And obviously the movie's 2.5 hours, which is one of the longest, or maybe the longest MCU movie. I get it. It's a difficult task. And I'm not trying to shit on that or anything, but it definitely made a lot of the Avengers afterthoughts. And I think maybe only a couple stood out in the end, but it was a fucking Thanos movie, and that was it. It just seemed kind of, it lost a little bit for me. It just didn't feel that way. Maybe they should have done something a little different.
Yeah, that didn't bother me so much as I enjoyed it just being a Thanos movie, And as you
That's
said,
true. That's true.
I understand what they were up against, so I didn't mind the fact if they weren't utilized all that much. You know, like Captain America. Some of them I was glad, like Bucky. I was glad he wasn't utilized all that much.
He wasn't utilized at all.
Yeah, so perfect.
Actually, when he died, when he fluttered away, when he Voldemort away, I totally fucking like yes.
Yeah, you did. even in the second showing that it was your second showing and my first, you did the same thing. Like, yeah,
I was like, yes, he's dead. Fucking kill that son of a bitch. Yeah. I don't want to.
Do not come back. Just on the character part, the thing that annoyed me the most was how they nerfed some of them.
That's where I was going.
I think the Hulk, it has to be the most disappointing part of not just Infinity War, but of the MCU. I grew up really enjoying the Hulk. I mean, he wasn't my favorite Marvel character by any means, but I always loved the character. And then you have the Incredible Hulk movie, which, you know, look at our rankings. I freaking love that movie. It's done so well. And as these have slowly progressed, the Hulk has just gotten just worse and worse and worse. Yeah, I was like getting so frustrated that I'm like, why would you fucking do that to this character? Why would you make it where it's a humor thing? And, you know, you go from Avengers 1 where he's like, oh, I forgot to tell you, I'm always angry, to this one where he can't fucking get the Hulk out. And I did read this article that was supposed to be explaining it, of, you know, the stuff that happened with Ragnarok, and that's why he can no longer, I do vaguely remember at the end of Ragnarok, he was having a hard time switching back and forth. But it just, I can't believe that that's where they went with this character. And there's a spot in, I don't know if Matt had some other examples, but there's a specific trailer shot where the Avengers are in Wakanda and they're running, and, you know, Cap is up front with Black Panther and Black Widow, and then the Hulk is actually in the back. So I don't know if that was just for the trailer.
Well, no, there was also Hot Toys that came out with Hulk breaking out of the Hulk Buster.
So that was supposed to fucking happen then at some point.
Maybe. And I don't know if it's going to happen in this. I don't know if it was supposed to happen in this one or they're saving it for the next one. It could be they're saving it for Avengers 4. I don't know. He might, because Banner might still keep using the Hulk Buster. But there was even like a shot where in the trailers where Banner is standing next to like an arm of the Hulk Buster and he's talking. Obviously, the sprint towards the camera angle one. There was a couple other ones that were not in the trailer that were really that were not in the movie.
Not in the movie.
That were in the trailers. And I don't know if that's something that's being pushed for the other movie or if that's just got scrapped. It seems weird to me that the last second thing would be to have the Hulk be impotent. I don't know what the fuck. He has erectile dysfunction or something. I don't know.
Pretty much.
I've seen some people's theory is that because he got his ass whooped by Thanos, that he's scared now. Again, like you said, they're just nerfing the Hulk.
Part of it.
I mean, obviously, this is supposed to build up to this big, great moment, probably where he's gonna wreck a lot of shit eventually. But I think we're past that point. I mean, we've had so many movies with him in there, and like you said, the decline since the Incredible Hulk is just amazing. It's like that type of situation should happen in like Avengers 1, maybe Age of Ultron. Not in the 19th movie of the MCU. It's just
right.
It's bad. It's kind of bad storytelling. I thought another character that just treated like shit was Vision. Vision is, for the most part, other than maybe the Hulk, the strongest character in the MCU. Like, he picked up Thor's hammer, and like he should be on the same level of Thor. He just doesn't have like the power of Thor's, but he has a Affinity Stone in him, for fucking sakes. It's the Mind Stone. But yet, he gets his ass whooped by fucking the son of Thanos, the one guy that had a pitchfork or some shit, the ugly bitch, and him and Scarlet Witch are getting beat up by these two fuckers and get saved by the most human characters in the MCU.
Yeah,
I first saw this, and I started laughing my ass off when Captain America, Black Widow, and Falcon somehow just overwhelm these two characters, these sons of Thanos. I guess daughter of Thanos is the other one. I don't know. Maybe it could be floating both ways. I don't know.
Yeah, children of Thanos could be floating. Did you just assume her alien gender?
She's the hermaphrodite of Thanos, and
yeah,
I was like, and they're whipping their ass. And I'm like, what the fuck, man? Like, Vision and Scarlet Witch are like the fucking two most OP characters on Earth. And they're getting worked, and then these one guy on steroids, one guy with a pair of fake wings, and then some bitch that likes electricity a lot just comes in there and saves the day. It was just laughable. It was completely laughable and ridiculous that they even did that. I get it. I guess Captain America's a badass. Black Widow, I guess, is a badass. Falcon is just affirmative action. Whatever you want.
Don't worry. I'm leaving that in this time.
It's
okay. Don't distract too much. But yes, good points.
it just was so laughable to me. It was really laughable. Vision, we always talked about the Civil War. Vision and Scarlet Witch, if they actually fought in the Civil War battle at the airport, it would be done. Yeah. But now they're getting wrecked so easily. And Vision was made of vibranium. This is what I'm confused about. I fell asleep through our recent viewing of Age of Ultron, so I guess maybe it's my fault. But I'm almost positive he was made of vibranium. That was the whole point, because Ultron was going to transfer his subconscious to Vision. I was about to call him Voltron. to Vision, vibranium he stole from Claw, and he chopped his arm off and everything. That was supposed to be a vibranium, and so just regular old dude, crazy looking dude with the scythe or whatever it was, and just stabs him, and he keeps getting stabbed over and over again. And I'm like, okay, so I guess this stuff is stronger. This guy's able to stab through vibranium. I thought vibranium was, it's a strong metal. It seems Cap's shield seemed to hold up later on. It just annoyed me. I'm like, I thought he was made out of the strongest metal. What the fuck?
And like you said, he's supposed to be the most powerful character, equivalent to like a Superman with the fucking extra shit, and it has an Infinity Stone, and yeah, they just nerfed the shit out of him. Those were two
drove me nuts.
Very, very disappointing characters.
He was the biggest pussy whipped motherfucker I've ever seen. Just so pussy whipped. Was saying
well, that I can't really. I was actually like, once they introduced human Vision and Scarlet Witch, I was like, yeah, you get it. You get that witch, boy.
She's got the most amazing push-up bra in the MCU. I do give him that. That is... Whew, yeah. I don't know how those stay in, because I swear they're going to fucking fly out.
Yeah, she's doing it again. She's doing it right now.
What is she doing?
She's giving me a stiffy.
Giving you a what?
You know.
He has an erection.
Yeah. It's all her fault.
She's a witch. Come on. She's able to carry fucking things. Of course, she can hold them in.
Wow.
Unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
So to talk about one of the other women in the fucking MCU, Black Widow continues to just be a ridiculous fucking character that somehow is able to do all this shit. I think the women that are in Wakanda, they're badass. It actually makes sense. They're warriors, and I don't know. It's more believable, but I think because Black Widow is just so OP in every fucking movie, and she shouldn't be, picking up alien tech in the first Avengers and like pew pew pew, yeah, like no fucking problem. It was almost the same exact shit in this. I'm like, yeah, of course. Like you said, the example. I had a similar thought. Not that all the most human characters saved the most powerful characters, but I did have that thought of like, oh yeah, of course, here comes fucking Falcon and Black Widow to the rescue, and they're ridiculous fucking characters, and so that just continued, but it didn't really bring down the movie for me.
The movie tropes, I was telling you about this because I saw it first, and then we saw it together, and I don't know how many times we had to see somebody get tortured to give up a Infinity Stone. Multiple times we saw Thor getting tortured. We saw Nebula getting tortured. In some sense, we saw Stark getting stabbed, and then Doctor Strange gives up the Time Stone. And then how many places were destroyed before we ever got to see what they were? Like, Thanos already wrecked all these places. First, he wrecks Xandar, which we never see. He just has the Power Stone. And then he wrecks Thor's ship, and we really don't see how that went down at all. You get a glimpse of it. Then he wrecks that dwarf's facility where the star is, where they have the dying star, where they make the weapons for Thor. He kills everybody there but one guy. Good thing he left the one most important guy alive, because that would have been we wouldn't have a movie without that. And it was just kind of these tropes constantly. Titan was destroyed, but that kind of makes sense a little bit. Then he destroys Nowhere, where the Collector was. And he destroys all of that before the Guardians get there, and it makes it look like, and then he reveals it using the Reality Stone. I mean, how many times? It was just like these tropes were constantly being used. I think we had 4 different makeout sessions in like the first 45 minutes. You had Pepper Potts and Tony, and then you had Vision and Scarlet Witch. Then you had
Captain America and the Winter Soldier.
Captain America, the Winter Soldier. They did. I don't know if you heard me when they saw each other. I was like, no,
I didn't.
And then you had Gamora and Peter Quill. You had Star-Lord. I mean, like, they had these constant little tropes to build up all this shit to kind of keep the story
repetitive.
Very, very repetitive. The same things every fucking time. Man, was it getting annoying after a while. It's like, it takes away from the story. It really does. And then, oh, I need you to kill me in case Thanos comes and gets me. We had that with Gamora and Star-Lord. Then you have it with Vision and Scarlet Witch. I mean, it's the same thing over and over again.
I thought you put it perfectly, and any wrestling fan will get this reference, that it was like if the first match that comes out, you know, they're working the leg, and every match after that, they work the leg. Where you're like, okay, I get it. The match itself could be good, but they're doing the same shit over and over again.
Yeah.
So I thought that was really well put.
Or if there's constantly disqualifications. If every match has a disqualification, it's like, well, fuck, we're never going to get a true winner here. And yeah, it was ran into the ground. A lot of those cliches were just really ran into the ground. The fact that there's going to be a Spider-Man Homecoming movie in 2020, the fact that they've already scheduled Guardians of the Galaxy 3, you know Spider-Man's not dead. He's coming back. You know a majority of the Guardians of the Galaxy is going to come back. Gamora might be permanently dead, but they're obviously going to do...
There's a couple, yeah.
They're obviously doing something. They're either going to use the Soul Stone to bring everybody back, or destroying the Soul Stone is going to bring everybody back. Something to that effect. I have a feeling that's the key, is the Soul Stone. It's going to be something with that. But... it sucks. It's a very hardcore ending, and there's this actually a positive that I just want to point out. How Thanos talked about after he's done, he's going to go watch either a sunrise or sunset, I can't remember, and he boom tubes his way out. He pops up in this little hut somewhere, and he's watching a sunset or sunrise. I can't remember exactly what it was. Just like he says, and that's where they end the movie.
Yep, and then boom, cue the awesome violin score. And you're like, holy shit.
And
yeah,
I remember the first time I saw it,
awesome.
The audience was dead silent. You couldn't hear a ruffle of popcorn or nothing. I was a little like yawning a little bit, but because I was really comfortable. But I was just like, oh man, that would have meant so much more if they didn't announce those movies. If they didn't announce those movies already, and they just waited till after Infinity War 4 or Avengers 4, I really feel like this ending would have been so impactful. I would have believed it. I would have believed for some sense that they would have like, okay, fuck it. Maybe they bring some people back, but not everybody. But they're going to bring people back. You know they are. They obviously can't bring back Loki. I don't think they're going to be able to bring back Loki. They're not going to be able to bring back Gamora. Who else do they ice? Obviously Heimdall. I mean, no one even gives a shit about that.
Yeah, Vision. I don't think Vision's coming back.
Yeah, I've seen so many like, oh, we're sad to see you go, little vignette thingies on Instagram. And no one has Heimdall, so no one gave a shit about
Dude,
Heimdall.
It's, you know what's weird is it's almost like Logan gave people this feeling of like, wow, it's over, kind of thing, of like, man, and an actual like emotion to the end of that film, and they're like pulling it out of this one, and it's totally fabricated, because I saw all this stuff. We watched it the Monday after it came out, because unfortunately I work weekends now. And so I was seeing all this stuff about like just how powerful it was, and I knew characters died. And then when I watched it, I'm like, are you guys fucking crazy? Like, it's not like any of these people, this is going to be their last one. And so I almost feel like it's similar to the fact, we talked about this with Tony Stark in, the Iron Man movie, and I think it was Age of Ultron was supposed to be Robert Downey Jr.'s other last one.
Yeah.
Like there were a couple times where they give him the strong send off, and then no, he comes back for more. So I almost feel like people just want that so bad, so they're like creating it out of nothing. When you're like, well, clearly all these people are coming back. None of the people from Phase 1 were dust. So even some of the people we thought could have died, like Iron Man or Captain America,
technically
didn't.
Nick Fury is Phase 1.
Oh yeah. We brought that up in the after credit scene. So I guess Nick Fury. But other than that, unless something happens in the second one that kind of set up for it, then okay. But as of right now, it's kind of like, where are you guys getting all of this? The movie was great. The movie had weight to it, had emotion, but to leave going, oh my gosh, it's the end of it. It would be like me going, oh man, they killed off Superman for good. In the end of Batman v Superman is so sad. Like, what? He's coming back. Have you read the fucking comics? You know what I mean? Like, it's almost equivalent to that of like, where are you people pulling this shit from? And what it has emotion. You don't have to create it out of nowhere. So
right.
That was one of the only things. This is just people who kind of bug me.
I got some random little complaints. One, the convenient ass pulls that they used in this one. Heimdall just being able to summon the Bifrost to send the Hulk all the way back to Earth and pinpoint land his ass right in the middle of Doctor Strange's sanctum. Super convenient. I was like, wow, way to start the movie off with the biggest ass pull, I think, in the movie. I was like, that, because then this shit doesn't go really anywhere. Well, I guess it does, but the information dump, the exposition dump that you get doesn't really happen, and Tony and Doctor Strange would be going in that shit blind if it wasn't for that quite ass pull. The fact that they, like I said earlier, Thanos just happens to leave one dwarf alive to just build this fucking weapon. Thor being so OP. I'm 50-50 on this one, to be honest. The fact that he survives an Infinity Stone blast by Thanos and then heals up from that fairly fast and just is floating in space and survives that. And then he survives being hit by a star.
Get the fuck out of here.
That's what? I don't know. Was it like 10,000 nukes hitting you at once or something? Like that's fucking hardcore. And the fact that he survived that, I'm like, what the fuck? Like what can't this motherfucker do? I mean, if he just had a weapon, he seems to be able to beat anybody in this universe.
Yeah. And as you said, he gets essentially, it's not his hammer, but he gets something. So he's just back to, they totally said fuck it with Thor Ragnarok and gave him back his eye, gave him now.
Yep, that was my other one.
Yeah. So they basically said, nope, forget Thor Ragnarok, which thank God for that. I'm okay with that. But the stuff of him being OP, it was kind of weird. And I agree, like, at the very beginning of the movie, I thought like, oh shit, Thor and Loki are both dead. And then, nope, he's not. Then you have Thor, he just eventually floats and then meets the Guardians. I'm like, okay, no, I guess he is pretty much still fucking alive. And then, yeah, as you said, the star, it led to some pretty cool points, like some awesome action scenes. But other than that, I was like, damn, this guy's OP'd like fucking crazy.
Whole fucking new level, especially with that goddamn axe, Stormbreaker. Holy shit. Yeah, he's on a whole new level now. I really don't know what the fuck can stop him. There's definitely not going to be a Thor 4. I know that. This is it. This is definitely going to be it. Yeah, he get his eye back. I mean, they just bought back everything about Ragnarok, just proving the fact that that movie meant absolutely nothing and that they just fucking put in a director that they knew could add laughs and would make them money because people are okay enough to just let the Thor franchise go away just for some laughs. And I can't believe how much they bought back. They bought back, Asgard is its people, not the planet. Well, all those fucking people are dead, so Asgard is gone. Well, fuck that whole notion.
Yeah,
he loses his eye. I saw so many people like, he lost his eye. That's like what Odin in the Norse mythology, he trades his eye for knowledge. That's what it's going to be. It's for knowledge now. This makes him a better person. No, fucking eye. They gave him a regular fucked up looking eye that does look shitty for a second. Then after that, it's just a different color contact in his eye the whole time. That's it. And it's just, it was all that Thor Ragnarok shit was so fucking pointless. I wonder what happened to Korg.
Yeah, no shit. He got raped or something. Something happened. One of my nitpicks was the part where they're trying, all the Avengers are trying to get the Infinity Gauntlet off.
Yes.
And it irritated me at first that Star-Lord messed up the plan, because I was like, why the fuck would you do that? I get it, there's some arrogance. But aside from that, I thought that they were, and Matt actually brought this up, I guess one of our followers on Instagram, Liz, had thought the same exact thing, that they were going to chop off his arm to get the Infinity Gauntlet, and I thought that's what they were trying to do. I didn't think they were trying to pull it off. Because to me that seems stupid. Like, have you ever tried to get the fucking glove off of somebody? and so I thought that's what they were holding.
You're
him apart
a fucking
for.
romantic, you know that?
And so I thought that was weird. And then go ahead, Matt. You can give your example of what you thought should have happened, and then boom, that would have been it.
Oh,
do you not remember
the Doctor Strange stuff?
Yes.
Okay. It was like cricket shit. He put me on the spot. Yeah, I really thought that what they should have done was, I thought Doctor Strange was gonna, I thought that foreshadowing earlier, what happened to the Children of Thanos guy, where his arm got stuck in the fucking portal thing. I thought that's what they're gonna do, was gonna send their ass to the portal, and that's boom, and his arm was gonna go to the other side. No more gauntlet. Fuck, it's pretty simple. The thing with, I've seen a lot of people talking about Star-Lord, and not that I want to really defend the stupidity of it all, but it actually does fit his character fairly well. If you think about
it does.
If you think about when in Guardians of the Galaxy 2, when he realizes his dad, Ego, killed his mom, even though he's like in this trance with Ego, and as soon as he realizes that he killed her, he goes out of the trance and just starts fucking putting holes in him and shit. So that is kind of his character. He gets real angry and emotional over people that he loves. And yeah, I guess he'd be stupid enough to try to pistol whip Thanos. I don't know.
Yeah, I agree. And after thinking about it, when it first happened, I was like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Of course they would nerf another Avenger, but it does fit his character well. Like, just the arrogance and yeah, how he goes, it's just like a light switch and all of a sudden he's fucking Pac-Man or whatever, you know. He does. It's just a switch and he's like, oh, I'm gonna fucking kill you. So I get it. It didn't bug me as much afterwards. It was more everything else where I'm like, man, they had him. They could have done this.
Another random thing. What the fuck was the deal with Red Skull? I have no clue. I remember at the end of Captain America, the First Avenger, he gets thrown, like the Tesseract throws him through this portal or something like that. So apparently it just threw him where the Soul Stone was. And somehow he's been surviving there for over 100 years, I guess, off of nothing. I don't know. I guess there's plenty of water around there. That sure the fuck doesn't look like enough food. I don't know what the hell that was supposed to be.
Just a callback. I think that's all it was for. It's like, hey, look who we brought in, and
I don't even know if that was
Hugo
Weaving.
Part of this.
I don't even know.
I don't know. Yeah,
it could have just been some random producer or something in red makeup for all the fuck I know. Like, I don't even know if it was Hugo Weaving. I just thought that was the most random fucking cameo type entrance into this whole thing. That was just strange to me. Like, I never expected Red Skull to be alive, but I guess they wanted to make sure everybody knows he is. I think for the most part that kind of concludes this. That's our negatives. I mean, the movie overall it's a solid movie. Like we keep repeating, it's a Thanos movie, and this is the one time the MCU really focused on the villain, and when they do, they knocked it out of the park with the villain. I thought they did a great job. I thought they did a fantastic job. I actually would say he's probably is the best villain in the MCU. I think he finally trumped Vulture. For me personally. Okay, so Shane agrees with me. So I think he trumped Vulture. I really did enjoy it, and I actually can't wait to see what he does in 4. Like, is he just going to be a bandit on the loose now, trying to keep away from the Avengers? I don't know what's going to happen. It's going to be really interesting what's going to happen in these future movies. So I enjoyed it for the most part. It was a solid entry into the MCU.
Yep, I agree. I love Thanos's motives. I loved those aspects of the film. Made it so important and just adds so much to the film itself and the score and everything that we talked about. It was a great. I'm glad the focus was on him. And actually, I do agree with what a lot of people that I've seen online. They're saying that, you know, his motives in this versus what it is in the comics make a lot more sense. You know, it's something that you can sort of understand. Like, okay, I mean, he's still crazy. He's a genocidal maniac, but he's still like, he's doing it because he thinks he's a hero and a savior. And he's like, yeah, all right, I'm doing this for a reason, and sacrificing Gamora and things like that. Like he had some great points in this. The action scenes were awesome, and there's some stuff that bring it down a little bit, but for the most part, solid fucking movie. A great start to the MCU with Iron Man, and I think they built up to this movie, and it paid off for sure. So I'm gonna go ahead and give my score. I'm gonna give it a 4.1 out of 5 marks.
Interesting. See, the thing I was thinking about was, because we just ranked our MCU movies here, the top 18. I'm like, well, where would it fall? And I kind of remember I gave the first Avengers, I think, either 3.9 or 4. And I personally like this movie more than the first Avengers, because the first Avengers is more of a popcorn flick, and I just shut my brain off and kind of watch that one for fun. This one you can enjoy on a little bit deeper level, for the most part, because of Thanos. Mainly all because of Thanos. When we're talking about this movie, it's the Thanos parts, really. And
exactly. Yeah, well, as we already discussed, this is Thanos Infinity War.
Yeah, exactly. So I kind of just want to roll it around in that same area, so I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5. All right. It's a solid addition, and I've seen it twice. That dragged a tad bit in the second time I watched it, and I noticed a lot more quips in the second time around. So I guess I wasn't so focused on the quips and all the bullshit the first time around. But it's still pretty solid. And hopefully the Russos can pull off Avengers 4 with some thunder. We got Nick Fury with the most obscure pager fucking logo I've ever seen. I mean, people really want to talk shit about emails and shit in BVS. Holy shit, that thing... Talk about
how convenient.
I guess at least it's after credits. That's what people will say. Well, it's in the after credits. It's supposed to be stupid. I don't know. Anyway, but I guess so. Captain Marvel will be in the 4th one. I don't know how well she's gonna do, or what the fuck the point of she's gonna be. Thor can whip everybody's ass. Who gives a shit? We don't.
Yeah, pretty much.
You just need Thor to find Thanos. That's the thing. We need Dog the Bounty Hunter or some shit. Anyway.
Pretty much.
So that's going to conclude our spoiler review of Infinity War. We are finally here, and hopefully this is the last Marvel movie we'll have to talk about. Fuck Ant-Man and Wasp. I really don't want to see that movie.
Oh, I'm stoked.
Shut up. Anyway, in case I don't see you.
Good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
Congratulations, you made it to the end of the video. You're one of very few to make it to the end.
Yes, thank you very much.
Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to Comic Movie Marks Podcast and hit the notification bell. You know, all these fucking YouTube channels say this shit, so I'm going to say it now.
Yes, it's perfect. And if you want to hear our full podcast, you can check out our podcast on iTunes or any other podcast subscription service.
Make sure you subscribe. Thanks again.